Would you say that divorces are initiated most by men or by women?
Women, 90% of the time.
Why is that the case?
I think that they yap with their friends, and I think they get real frustrated where guys are like, I'll get to it tomorrow. And I think the women just get in their heads and they're like, all right, I'm done.
Okay, let's stop it. You heard it from the divorce attorney right there. 90% of the time, it's women initiating divorce. Interesting that women also have this fear of like, oh my God, I'm going to be trapped by a man that they've been sold when they're the ones leaving. Just to show you how deep the brainwashing goes and how little critical thinking women actually do. Because all you'd have to do is just, listen to that soundbite, oh, you're trapped by a man, and be like, well, that's not what's really happening in the world. Okay, done. No, it's like, oh, I have to internalize that. Women are always the victims. Me too. I'm the victim too. Ooh, and suddenly, the mind spin, we'll call it. So she tells you it's women initiating these. And why? It's a great response because they yap with their friend. The female friends, man. The female friends can be the worst, especially the ones trapped in marriages that aren't going well. I had a friend when I got married. My marriage has been, thank you, Jesus, a blessing, right? I adore him. This is a high level of attraction. Everything's gone really well for me. Thank you, Jesus. Again, I'll say. I had a friend when I first got married that was in a marriage that was not great, that she had decided to stay in. It was not healthy. It was sexless. There was a lot going on that shouldn't have been going on. Nobody was really saying how they really felt. The guy was kind of wimpy for a really long time. And then just a lot went wrong in that situation. And I heard a lot of, oh, this is going to happen to you. Oh, every little thing he would do was like, oh my God, did he just do, looking for, again, because, she was hurting, going through a hard time and wanted that hurt to be shared, right? Looking for a partner, like, oh, maybe if we both just have these marriages that aren't real marriages and then we become like friends and buddies, we won't need them and we could just like have a whole other life, we could go out and just like, maybe not cheat or sleep around, but we could just be young again and forget them, they'll just take care of the house or whatever and we just don't need them. Just some kind of weird stuff. This is what happens all the time. Girls yapping at each other and guys don't really do that. They're not going to their friends and yapping in the same way. And oftentimes they're busy because they're expected to pay all the bills and, somebody's got to work and and the expectation is on them as it should be. They've got other stuff to worry about, right? So yeah, they're not running in right away. They're not yapping with the friend. Oh my God, do you believe she did this? If a guy did that, you'd be like, is he straight? No, honestly though, right? It's a very feminine way of behaving. Masculine men don't do that. They don't. And unfortunately what happens is they eat a lot of shit. Because they also, in the same breath, say, well, I'm busy with my work. I'm busy doing this. I'm busy doing that. And they don't speak up for themselves. Guys, speak up for yourself. Don't get taken advantage of. Don't be in a sexless marriage for 15 years because you're too afraid to speak up to the queen. Not okay.